I am your host today, solo, Nigeria Anderson. My crew, they busy, they doing their things, and they left me with you guys all by my lonesome. And so y'all know I'm like, you know, super nervous all the time. So I gotta get my weight up today so we can talk about something that all of y'all are about to talk about, which is the new year, right? So, as you see, the topic today is resolution without repositioning equals zero results. And so, what I want to talk about is for you guys to start using your brain's superpower. Now, I don't have my doctors and licensed therapists here, but I know that neuroplasticity plays a part, the synapses of the brain. I can't go into detail about that. You can look it up, or next time we do a show, I'll revisit this and they can drop those jewels for you so you can know how powerful your brain is in regards to learning new things. Okay. So on today's show, remember that we here to educate and inform. I'm today speaking on my opinions and suggestions. So go see your doctor, your therapist, or reach out for help to whomever you need to go to get the proper services. Okay. But today we're just gonna kick it because I don't, I have been one of those people who made a New Year's resolution, got in a good 2 months in, and was like, okay, this is not panning out, or life happens and distractions, or just things that are out of our control. But today, I can gladly say and proudly say, I have mastered my life in a way that I have total autonomy and how I live my best life, right? We say these words so casually, right? I'm living my best life, live your best life. But my question is how? How you gonna do that? How you do it? So here I am to share some ways on how I do it and some light information on how maybe you can do it. So let's start with we were talking last week about disassociation, and Dr. Latoya mentioned something. She said it could be just a vitamin deficiency. And I said, wow, did my homework and found out that, sometimes we're thinking things are more than what they are. Okay. And I know on another show, I need you guys to go back and look at our videos because we be dropping some real jewels. Okay. And so it was one instance where a person was just dehydrated and needed some water and needed to refuel. So this is why we do what we do, because we want you to have the knowledge to try to the process of elimination. I love that. That is me. I love doing a process of elimination. So before I go run into a doctor or something, I'm going to try to work it out to figure out what it is, and if it is necessarily for me to go and see a doctor, or is this something that's just, what would we say, over the counter, right? Oh, I could do something over the counter. So I found out in my research of using your brain power, vitamin C boosts your brain immunity, and it protects it from oxidative stress and increases important synaptic proteins. Vitamin C. Who knew? We think, I thought, you think vitamin C, cold, your immune system. So sometimes, vitamins have some good extra stuff that can help us and we don't even know it. So, the key reason resolutions fail, in my opinion, just in my opinion, is poor time management and not willing to do things differently. I think we get so caught up in doing our regular routines, we dare step out of our comfortability to try to excel in something different that will eventually benefit our life. And so being trapped in that mindset is what I want to talk to you about today, because you got to let go. Okay. You're going to have to let go. And I want to tell you that you are able to move, and these are for my saints because we're Christians over here, you see my hat, um, from ordinary to extraordinary. Okay. And we can do all things in Christ Jesus who strengthens us, right? We are anointed and appointed to do whatever God has called us to do. So come on, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's not be hindered this year in 2024. Let's not be hindered. And let me just say this for the record, and this is true. Most transformations outside of God's will, because God can do it just like that. But when, it's left up to us, it, on average, speaking to professionals, speaking to other people, can take anywhere from 12 to 18 months to really get in your groove and 3 years to master. Just FYI, you can figure it out, because I think sometimes people want these quick results and these fast results in seconds and minutes and blink of an eye and all of that. But if you want it long term, if you want it to last, you need it to last, is you're going to have to put in some time, and you're going to have to put in some work. Okay. Because I know you watch movies an hour, 2 hours, you watch a television show 30 minutes or an hour, and you sitting there looking, and your mind is thinking, oh, it just take an hour. That's supposed to take 30 minutes. I'm going to be successful. All I got to do is this. And that's really not true. So let's start there. Start there, that this is a journey, right? Life is a journey. You have to keep going. As long as you have breath in your body, then you're going to have to, you know, do what you have to do to achieve the goals that you have set out for yourself. So life is full of discoveries and rediscoveries. You understand that how you was doing something at one point is not how you need to do it at a different point. So be clear on that. Okay. And learning is the most consistent thing you need to do in life. You're constantly learning, and you need to be teachable in order to find new direction, in order to do something different, because whatever it is that's not working out for you now, you have to reposition yourself, right? Resolution without repositioning. Right now you have to reposition your mindset, you have to reposition your daily activities to match the direction you're planning on going into. And so that's important. And one of the things I want to say is you have to definitely align your tasks. So do the important task first, and then follow down to the least of important tasks to do. And one of the very first things I need you to be mindful of whenever you're going into a new direction, there can be opposition, and as we said, life be life and stuff like that. So make sure that you write it out, get you a journal, start planning, get your calendar, start planning. And once you start doing that, you will begin to see down the line, as you're attacking each goal, as you're doing each step by step, that you will start to see the results. And once you start achieving these results and feeling more successful, you'll start seeing that your life is starting to be enriched by this process, and you're starting to be more productive in the area that you set out to be productive in. So those are key reasons that there's a delay, that your timing, your structure, organizing, and applying what you need to do. So performance must produce output. Okay. When you're starting a task, being busy with idle stuff is not the strategy, right? So people are like, oh, I'm busy. And I'm always like, what you doing? right? I'm a mentor and a coach. So sometimes people say, "Oh, I'm busy." Well, what are you doing? Right? Busy doing what? Right? And so you have to make sure your busy is producing valuable output. Okay. You can't just be busy because you feel like being busy and saying you're busy. Right. So when making resolutions to change for the better, remember you got to have order in your life and add a sequence of events. That is going to be the keys to your success, right? Putting order, not just busy for no reason, but adding order, right? Creating techniques and strategies that work for your lifestyle. Everybody's lifestyle is different. You know, if you're single, if you're married, if you have children, no children, because every day is different for everybody. So I'm single, no kids, not married. My success levels are high because I can do what I want to do when I want to do it. I can travel, I can make appointments. There's nothing hindering me. Okay. But if you're married and you got kids and this one is in school and then this one is 6 and that one's 18 and you have a tribe, then that requires this is some things I teach in my business coaching classes is that you have to sit down with your family. Okay, you have to let them know your dreams and your aspirations, and then you all, including the children. And people think kids don't know nothing. Kids know everything, especially at 6. I promise you. So sit everybody down at the table. Say, "This is my vision for me." I'm gonna get there. This is my next subject. Going to talk about you, but this is my vision for me. This is what I would like to do, right? And I promise you, you get your family on board and you get them behind you, right? So now I don't have to do the laundry. I don't have to wash the dishes all the time. I'm not saying you got to abandon what you're supposed to be doing, okay? I didn't say that. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, but now you can um, spread out your chores, your normal chores, to other people who live in the house. Y'all don't live there. Listen, you start cooking and I'll finish it up, right? Or, Saturday, I need you to do the laundry because I need 2 hours to work on my goal. Hun, can you do the shopping? Here's the shopping list. Here's here's the shopping list. Got some stories. Pick these things up and bring it back and we'll figure everything out. So there's room in your day to create your success time. Okay. Performance must produce output. So you have to create your success time. I like that right there. I like that. Create your success time and take realistic measures to increase your happiness. Take realistic measures, meaning don't think that just because I don't have an example. Sorry, but just take realistic measures. If you're okay, I'm sorry. Thank you, Holy Spirit. If you have a top heavy morning, right? Well, you can't create your success time in the morning. It got to be at night. If you have and the opposite applies. If you have a heavy nighttime responsibility, then you have to create your success time in the morning. You understand? So be clear of the plan and the execution that you have prepared for yourself. Be clear of the plan and the execution. Okay. So now personal effectiveness. This is I told you I was going to get to me. Okay? This me is you, right? Not me, you, but I'm saying me, right? Personal effectiveness. This can be hard for people who don't like to be alone, always putting others before themselves. But please hear me when I say the key word is personal. Personal. I don't care, you have a family and you're part of that family and you're a wife and you're the girlfriend and you the cousin, auntie, whoever, right? There's still a you're still a person, right? You have feelings and emotions that need to be recognized. You have to take care of you. We always use on Safe Space Talks the plane analogy. You put the oxygen mask on and then you can help other people. So, personal effectiveness, in order to achieve your goal, your resolution, you are responsible for you. And so it's going to hurt because if you're that person who don't like being alone, honey, let me just FYI you, going to the top, you gonna have some isolated moments where you gonna be to yourself, okay? And if you always putting people before you, when you make that shift to say, this is my dream and this is what I want to do, boy, oh my goodness. The people who start saying, well, you used to, and I thought you was going to do this, and why you ain't come here, and I asked you to come to my cookout, and you ain't come, right? Because you created your success time, and your success time fell out on their cookout, and so now you can't go, right? And you're like, well, I'm not going to be able to make it, or you don't show up, and now everybody mad at you, right? So now people angry because, well, what was you doing? Right? Taking care of me. I was taking care of me. I had some personal things I needed to attend to. That's what you say. I won't be able to make it. I have some personal things I have to attend to. What are they? You're asking a lot of questions, and what do you want with that information? See what I'm saying? Real quick, just we're not gonna be rude. We're gonna always be kind here, okay? But we don't like, and y'all know me, I don't like dismissing people. So answer the question, right? But professional, I have a personal matter I need to attend to on that day. I won't be able to make it. So then when that keeps happening, people are like, oh, they don't come, whatever, whatever. And then they get mad at you. Okay. So personal effectiveness, to be personal, to have personal effectiveness, right? You have to now put you first when you used to put other people first, right? And hold on 1 minute. Hold on. I got to yell at my dog. Okay. So you have to request your personal time for X, for whatever it is. This is how you start your personal time, right? And I suggest, I'm not saying I'm right, I suggest it's in increments of 2 hours, max 3 hours, right? So people who are always, I'm so sorry. This is all my fault because normally I put her up, but I thought, you know what, she would behave herself, but she's not. But anyway, increments of 2 hours to 3 hours max, right? So people who are, and there are people, I'm a strong arm person. I can work to 5 in the morning, from 6 at night to 5 in the morning to 6. I can burn. I can burn the midnight oil, right? But I suggest you not do that, okay? Because when your mind is tired and your body starts like getting weary and deteriorating and stressing out because you was up all night for 4 nights straight and you trying to accomplish something, and now you got brain fog and you can't remember this and can't remember that, that's not a good look. So I suggest 2 hour increments to 3 hours. So all you got to do is figure out what 2 hours of 24 hours you're going to choose, or what 3 hours of 24 hours you're going to use for what? Your success time. Okay. So that's good. And I mean, that was back in the day when I was burning the oil. Today, the technology is so advanced. Everything is at a click of a button. You can accomplish so much more now in 2 and 3 hours than I could have ever done without, before the internet. And of course, we were out here before the internet. So I'm not hating or I'm not jealous. I'm just saying that you know, I don't know if it's making y'all lazy, incompetent, or what, but I'm just saying, you know, it's easier now than ever to be successful. Remember, create your successful time. Successful time, right? It's easier. I mean, since COVID, it is like you hear like people are popping up with businesses left and right. But there's a difference on starting a business and operating a business. Everybody can start, right? We can have these New Year's resolutions, but without that pivot, without that repositioning, our mindset, our lifestyles, there will be how many results? Zero results. I promise you. So now let's talk about the need to be selective. I probably should have had this you know, up here on the stream to let y'all know, but this will force you to listen to the video one more time. And again, if you need to hear anything I've said prior, that's what happens. You leave me alone and I can't figure out the equipment, right? The click the buttons and the new technology that's happening here. But my next subject is the need to be selective. So, how do we eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You have to prioritize and you have to start the plan, right? So sometimes we just wake up and we just do our regular. Remember I said, we're moving from being ordinary to extraordinary. So we got to get away from what we do every day. That's our ordinary day. We just do it, right? We have to move and shift to extraordinary if we want the resolutions to be produced, if we want to be successful. So we have to be selective, right? The need to be selective is to prioritize and start to plan what we will do the next day. So the night before, I kind of plan what I need to do the next day. I don't always get it all the way right because I'd have had these slides and things together, but I missed that mark, but I promise you next time I'll be more prepared. But what I'm saying qualifies. It is necessary for you to do to reach that next level. So, yes, distractions happen. Like I had to stop and pause and, you know, yell at the dog for 5 minutes, 2, 3 minutes, two times. Because why? Distractions always come up. Life always gets interrupted. And this is why I love Safe Space Talks. Because when life gets interrupted and throws you for a loop and you have a mental instability or your mind becomes unsettled or trauma sets in and you're having anxiety and panic attacks, guess where you can come? Because we understand. We've been there, done that, and are successful because of what we're sharing with you on Safe Space Talks Mind Mastery. And I have a big announcement before I end. Um, but yes, life interrupts, right? We get these major interruptions, and right, it's like perfect timing. So, how much of it is in your control? Right? When life starts happening, this is something I've implemented in my life. How much? What does that, what was the scripture? What does he say? What does that have to do with me? Right? When the interruptions come, please ask yourself, what does that have to do with me? And how much of it is in my control? Right? Ask yourself that question, because that'll help minimize the distractions. Because remember, you're used to just jumping up and helping, but now we are doing what? We're finding our success time. And finding your success time, you have to guard that. You have to protect that time because you carved it out. It's your what? It's for you to have more, to be more effective in reaching your resolution and your goals and whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. And so that can't, I don't, you got to really protect that. So, how much of that is in your control? Do you have to stop what you're doing to address it, or can it wait until you're done? Actually, can it wait? I have a perfect example. My sister was, I have a baby sister who ended up in the hospital. My other sister calls me frantic. Oh my God, you got to get to the hospital. Um, our baby sister's in there. She's in a coma, blah, blah, blah. Ah, ah. So I calm my sister down while she's on the phone and I say, she's in the hospital. She's like, yes, yes. I said, she's in a coma. She's like, yes, yes. I said, I have a 1 o'clock appointment and I'll be there straightly when I finish. Because as long as she's in the hospital and she's in a coma, she's fine. See? So, okay, so people are like, oh my God, right? But listen, success requires discipline. I'm going to get to that. Okay. So things can't shift you or move you when, you know, you're trying to get your success time. Because I asked myself, how much of this is in my control? She's in a safe environment. She's under doctor's care. She's in a coma. Me stopping my meeting to run to the hospital to sit in a room where what I'm going to do? What I'm going to do? I'm going to pray. I prayed immediately, went to my meeting and I made it to the hospital. When I made it to the hospital, I kicked all the nurses out and me and my sister, we prayed. We brought heaven down, right? I sat down. I was hungry because I've been running all day. I told my sister, go get me something to eat. She did. I'm sitting there, we're eating, and then I'm like, okay, well, I felt the power of God. I was like, she's going to be okay. Now, as soon as I said she's going to be okay, a nurse came in and said, let me get your number because I don't think she's going to make it to the morning. So I looked at the nurse and I'm like, you know what, demon, I promise you, right? I'm not even going to listen to you. She takes my number. Me and my sister are leaving. It's stormy. It's like a movie. It's a stormy night. It's late. We're leaving. We get in the car. This nurse calls me. Okay. So now when I saw the number, I kind of, panicked, like, oh, snap, And she was like, oh, I just wanted to make sure this was the right number. Okay. So let me get back to needing to be selective. Okay. So you have to be selective in what you're choosing to stop your success time. Okay. Be selective. Okay. What did I mention earlier? The elephant. How do we eat the elephant? One bite at a time. And I mentioned the elephant because I also said that attack the hardest, right? That task that makes you feel uncomfortable, the task that you feel is, I'll do that later and I want to do the easy stuff first. Remember when I first started, I told you, address that immediately, because what you're doing is soothing your fear, soothing that I don't know if I can really do it, right? So it's like you gotta do it. You got until the need to be selective hurdle is overcome, you're going to be stuck. Just sharing with you, you're going to be stuck. You have to discipline yourself to always attack those things that make you feel uncomfortable. If you don't, you can watch those things and dreams just go by the wayside. But when you attack them, right? And you become successful in achieving what you sought out to do, that those results will catapult you to a happier place, right? Your priorities will be one, two, three. You'll be able to just kind of flow. That puts you into your flow. The need to be selective will remove interruptions, disruptions, and get you into your flow. In this case, you become more disciplined, more self-confident. You it will put you in, that place of, yeah, I got this, right? So be selective also in your habits and in your priorities. These are the keys to overcoming procrastination. If you don't practice the need to be selective, you're going to fall into procrastination, and procrastination, stagnation, right? It's just going to keep, you know, jacking you up. So, mental and physical is the next thing I want to talk about. Repetition. Keep consistent with the game plan, right? You created it. You're responsible. You got your success time going. You have to now keep doing it over and over and over, right? And as you continue to keep doing this repetitious um, daily activities, you got your schedule, you got your 2 hour time slot, you got your 3 hour time slot. Everybody's flowing. We all on the same page. Everything is going good. It will lock into your subconscious mind and become a permanent part of your behavior. You heard me? As you keep doing it daily, remember I said 12 to 18 months, 3 years to master. As you keep doing it, it gets easier, smoother. You get into your flow, and bam, you are good to go. And now it seems easy, right? Because now it's a habit, right? So you're doing it automatic, like brushing your teeth, taking a shower. At least I hope so. Make up your bed, clean up your house, right? It's like you go to the gym, you're lifting weights, you try, it's a little hard, but you keep doing it. And guess what? It gets easier and easier. Same thing. When you're going to be successful, you have to keep at it. Yes, we talked about interruptions, distractions, and life happens. But, right, be selective on what you respond to, how you respond to it. And then make sure, ask yourself those questions, right? How much of it is in my control? Continue to be consistent. I promise you, you're going to be a winner. But sometimes people start out consistent, and then it's like, I don't know. This is too hard, or I don't know what I'm doing, right? But if you do it, you'll be in your zone, your winner zone, which we all know, as I said, as we're going to shift from ordinary to extraordinary to get into our winner zone, right? To get our endorphins kicking in, right? And that's increasing our brain happy place, right? Positive results and mindsets, get our creative juices going. We get more clarity when these endorphins are kicking in, and we're like, yeah, right? So finally, if you do not do anything I just said, right, guess what kind of results you're going to obtain? Zero results. Okay, your new year resolution, your plan for success, you're wanting to open up a store, buy a property, whatever the goal you set for yourself will have zero results because you did not apply the things I've just explained to you that will help you be successful at achieving the results. Okay, so go back, listen, and make sure you follow. Get your pen and pad and say, hey, I think she's on to something. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm not here to play no games with you and send me this and that. Now I do coach. If you need me to coach you, you can just say, you can email me at safespacetalks@gmail.com. If you feel like you say, hey, that was pretty good, because this is just the free stuff. I cannot give you the stuff you have to pay for, but this is the free stuff, just like everybody else do. But this is quality free stuff, because if you operate in it, you're going to win. All right. So when you start and stop, okay, I this hurts my whole feelings when I'm coaching someone or dealing with someone and they start the task and they got the energy, right? The New Year's resolution, and everybody's like, ooh, 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 right? They start and then they stop. They run out of gas, right? They have no consistency, okay? They don't complete or address that hard, long process of the resolution they set out to obtain, right? Zero results. You're going to have zero results. Remember, the process is 12 to 18 months, right? Listen, there's nothing, there's it's not get rich quick. It's not, you hit lotto, but if success was so easy and it did not require work, and wealth was just easy to obtain and it didn't require work, why would they call it a 1%? And every time I hear that, I'm insulted, because I'm like, so you're telling me out of all the millions and billions of people in the world, it's only 1% that, lives the opulent lifestyle? I disagree, but that's what the stats say. Okay. But okay. And the reason why I say I disagree is because success, okay, wealth is one thing, right? But being successful, and this is what I encourage success, because wealth is, to me, is flighty. It can come and go. But if you have a mindset of being successful, money can come, money can go. I have a successful mindset, right? If I have money, I'm happy. If I don't have money, I'm happy. And this is the area I promote. This is the area I want people to be in, because I've lived a long life. So I know and been around people and seen things that have blown my whole mind. But, I want to encourage people, like I said, your successful time, to be successful, right? So success is what you deem successful. It don't have nothing to do with no. What do you deem successful? What does success mean to you? And then that's how you begin the realistic lifestyle changes. You can't. Success to me is a whole. We need a whole seminar for that. But success, I know people who live in places, most people be like, but they happy, they're fed, they enjoying their life, and they are in their sound mind. They think clearly, they make quality decisions, and they are living their best life, right? And then I know wealthy people that live in mansions, that half of their money goes to therapy and medication. I said it. I said it because it's true. Okay? Half of their salary is a portion, a good portion is going to therapy and medication. Okay? Even if they have insurance. Okay? You still got to pay for the insurance. And I say that because some people see just the outside and they think, ooh, ah. And I'm from New York. So I like to say, in New York, you can have and purchase anything as long as you can pay for it. As long as you can pay for it, you can have it. Okay? The day you cannot pay for it, they come in, the repo man coming to get it. Okay, your house, your car, whatever, right? right? But when you have a successful mindset, then how you move is different. How you plan your day is just different. I'm different. I'm just different. So when you're making your New Year's resolution, start with the question of what is success for you? Write that down. What does it look like? Write it down for you, not for anybody or trying to be like anybody else. What does it look like for you? Okay. And then broaden your net, include your family. Because remember, we talked about personal effectiveness. You're responsible for you, right? Put the mask on and help everybody else. So this is personal development, guys, 101. No, this is probably 090, right? That I just shared with you, and I'm getting ready to get off. But write it down. What does it look like? Then broaden your net to your spouse, your friends, your children, your church, whatever, whoever you're attached to, whatever you're attached to. And then you'll realize that once you've applied all these things and you're feeling confident and you're feeling like, man, I'm really achieving these results, you're happy. Now your family happy. Now everybody in the house happy, right? And then when they see you doing it, guess what? Now they may come to the table and say, "Hey, I had this idea. I need your help." Now the whole family, you see how contagious it gets? Now, this one is doing this and achieving their goal, and this one is doing this and achieving their goal, and everybody in the house is working collectively and together, and ain't nobody mad and frustrated because I wish I could do this, but I gotta do this. But no, 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 no. You don't have to, right? Be selective of what you have to do. I hope I don't get nobody in trouble. Listen, tell them to come see me. It's okay. All right, last thing. Focus, focus, focus. Okay. Focus is something that you have to, again, that goes into being disciplined. It goes into um, being consistent, right? It requires you to be able to make quality decisions. You cannot make quality decisions if you are not focused. You cannot. So you have to be willing to set disciplines in your life. And the key to fulfilling your resolution is to really be determined. Okay. You have to be, this is a strength muscle, right? Success is an action. Like you're going to have to push the plow. Okay. So you have to be able to be determined, remember, to complete the task, whether they're hard or not. But remember, like I said, I'm going to always keep saying it, knock that big task down immediately. And I promise you, you're going to feel so much better, and your path and road and trajectory to success is going to be so much easier, because now those big tasks don't seem so big no more. You like, I got this, I'm good. And stay focused. Know what it is you really want, and you will accomplish it. Now, I'm so glad this is over, because I was nervous. I'm always nervous. I don't know. I just get nervous talking to this computer here. I will be better next time if my crew can't join me. I'm going to be more prepared. I kind of jumped out here because I just wanted to see what it felt like. So here I am. So listen, guys, big, big news. We are coming to Richmond. Richmond. You all know we were in New York, in Harlem, and we love being online and in person. We want you guys to come out and see us. We're going to be in Richmond, Virginia. So if you want to come, our seats sold out in Harlem. So I'm giving you the rundown right now. If you want to attend and see us live, RSVP Richmond to safespacetalks@gmail.com, and we'll get your seat squared away. And of course, all the information of where it will be returned to you in your email. That's happening November 4th in Richmond, Virginia, between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. for the live taping. I hope to see you there. I love me some y'all, and see you guys next week. And hopefully I'll have someone on with me, and I hope I blessed you today. All right. Bye-bye.